Right, Lamai. Hurry up, right? Putala, you ready? Finish? Balmud.
Okay, sir.
Right, good. Okay, then first one, bank loan. So first of all, when we see bank loan is a liability, non-current liability. Under non-current liabilities, record as bank loan. Bank loan. How much? 120,000. Then we check the interest rate. 15%. 15% from 120,000 means 18,000. So this is the bank loan interest for the year, for the whole year, right? So bank loan interest is an expense, a financial expense. Under profit or loss statement, financial expenses as bank loan interest. Bank loan interest. Bank loan interest 18,000. Remember, first of all, we write bank loan. Bank loan is a non-current liability. Under non-current liabilities in the statement of financial position, record as bank loan. Then we check The interest percentage 15%. 15% means 18,000. Bank loan interest is an expense. So under profit and loss statement, financial expenses, bank loan interest 18,000. Then we have to check whether we have paid this bank loan interest or not. If we paid, then it is mentioned in the trial balance. Yes, here, yes. As bank loan interest, we have paid 6,000, but we have to pay the total 18,000, but we have paid only 6,000. It means we have to pay another 12,000. It means that 12,000 of bank loan interest is accrued. Then accrued means it is a current liability. So under current liabilities, record as accrued bank loan interest. We have paid only 6,000, then another 12,000 as accrued bank loan interest, right? Okay, then bank loan is over. There are three main steps. First one is, first of all, we have to write the figure, bank loan. It is a non-current liability. Then we have to check about the bank loan interest. 15% means 15% of 120,000 is 18,000. It is an expense under financial expenses, bank loan interest. Then finally, we have to check whether we paid or not. Yes, we have paid, but only 6,000. We have to pay the total 18,000. It means 12,000 have to pay. It means it is accrued bank loan interest. It is a current liability, right? Next one. So then both these are okay. Fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is an asset. It is a non-current asset. Under non-current asset, fixed deposits. How much? 100,000, right? As usual. First of all, we have to write down the figure. Then we have to calculate the interest. 10% of 100,000 means 10,000. It means the deposit which we have made, we receive 10% annually. We receive 10% means we receive 10,000 annually. It is an income. So we have to record this under other incomes. Other incomes as fixed deposit interest. Fixed deposit interest. How much? 10,000. First of all, we recorded the figure fixed deposit under non-current assets. Then we calculated the fixed deposit interest, 10,000. It is an income. So under other incomes, we recorded as fixed deposit interest. Then finally, we have to check whether we received or not. If we received, then we can see it in the trial balance. If we see it as fixed deposit interest in the trial balance, then we received and the certain amount. So for here, nothing we can't see. We can see, nothing we can see. So then it means we didn't receive it yet. Then it is to be received. To be received. It means it is a fixed deposit interest receivable under current assets. Fixed deposit interest receivable. How much? The total 10,000 to be received. 10,000. Right? Understood all of you? I hope you have an idea about these adjustments. Right? So we have already done so many adjustments. So another one remaining. Only one. Right? We are going to write down the last adjustment of this lesson. Bad debts. Bad debts. In Sinhala we call bolnaya. Bad debts. Right? Bad debts. Bad debts. Right? Ina meka makanawa. bad debts. Bad debts means we have given on credit basis to someone. Someone means to a debtor. But we are unable to recover the debt because of any reason. There are some, it might cash fraud, it might the debtor sometimes dead, sometimes he or she gone away, like more currently. Somehow we can't recover the debt which we gave before. So to sell products, sometimes we provide them credit periods. We sell them on credit base. But some customers, the one obtained on credit, they are not repaying it to us. So because of many reasons. Sorry, right? So somehow, if we are unable to recover the debts which we gave to debtors, then we can consider it as a bad debt. There might be some reasons, like they might be dead, they might be migrated, they might be ran away. So somehow, right? Now we are unable to recover it, right? So like this, I will give you an example. So under bad debts, like this, I will say like this. There are 3 debtors of us. One Kasun, he owes us 30,000. Another one Ruan, he owes us 20,000. Another one Nimal, 10,000. Right? There are 3 debtors here. But in the trial balance, we never record their names separately, one by one. Instead of that, we take the total of them, 3 or 30, 50, 60. And commonly we name them as debtors. Okay? And record it in the trial balance. Like this. Debtors are 60,000. Like this. We have maintained an individual accounts for each and every one. But when we record their balances, when we record their total to the trial balance, we take the total amount of debtors and take it to the trial balance as debtors in common name, right? The common name is debtors, right? So in your question, they might give you like this. Additional details or info. They are given like this. 2,000 should be written off as bad debts from debtors. Right? So we already know in the trial, if it is something in the trial balance, it means what are the things we record in the trial balance? What are the things we record in the trial balance? The things we have already done in the trial balance. The things we have already done. The things already happened. Trial balance. The things we have to do additionally. So here, debtors 60,000 means already there are 60,000 worth of debtors in our business. Right? And here they are saying, in additional details, to do 2,000 should be written off as bad debts from debtors. It means we have to deduct 2,000 from debtors as bad debts, right? So it means we have to deduct 2,000 from debtors. It means we are unable to recover 2,000 from debtors. It might be sometimes Ruan, it might be from Ruan, it might be from Kasun, it might be from Nimal, right? So somehow, overall, commonly, we are unable to recover 2,000 from anyone. We don't know if they mention, then we can clearly identify. It doesn't matter for us. But for here, they are commonly, they are saying we have to deduct or write off 2,000 from debtors, right? So tell me what bad debts means. Bad debts means මොකද bad debt එක කියන්නේ? Asset or expense or income or liability or what? Tell me someone.
Expense.
Expense. Very good. Bad debts is an expense. Why? Because it is an extra effort, expense. Right? So then, if someone tell you to write the double entries for this, for bad debts, then we know bad debts means the debts which we can't recover. Then, because of bad debts and expense increasing, then this is the double entry, bad debt account. Bad debt is an expense increasing, debit. So here 2,000, then 2,000. Then we have to deduct that 2,000 from debtors. Then debtors decreasing. Debtor is an asset decreasing, credit 2,000. This is the double entry of bad debts. Right? This is the double entry of bad debts. If someone tell you to write down the journal entry or double entry, this is the entry. Right? So always bad debts is an expense. When it occurs a bad debt is an expense increasing debit, as well as bad debt means we have to deduct that amount from debtors, because we know that we can't recover it from debtors. So it's useless maintain them as debtors anymore, because we are unable to find it out, right? Mic එක වැඩද බලන්න. mic එක වැඩ බලන්න හෙන්නේ නැද්ද? පුතාලා?
And here, sir.
Sorry?
Clear, sir.
Clear නේ? කාටරි clear නැද්ද මට සුට්ටක් කියන්න message එකක් දාලා තිනවා. පොඩ්ඩක් කියන්න පුතේ. සැරින් සැර වෙනස් වෙනවද කලින් වගේ නෑනේ? සැරින් සැර වෙනස් වෙනවද? මොකක් හරි වෙනස් වෙනවා කියන්න නෑනේ. Right, okay. Right, okay then let's see how we record this in the profit or loss statement as well as statement of financial position. This is the profit or loss, right? Profit and loss. So this is the SFP. Statement of financial position. First one, first effect. Bad debts is an expense. Then we have to record this in the profit or loss. Bad debts is which kind of expense? Tell me someone. Bad debts mean which expense?
Distribution expense.
Distribution expense. Why we consider it as a distribution expense? So in which scenario we are providing on credit? When we sell goods, sometimes we have to sell it on credit basis. So then debtors generating. So then after that, there are some debtors are not paying to us. Then it is a distribution expenses. Under distribution expenses, bad debts, how much? 2,000. Then we have to deduct it from debtors, right? Now here we have debtors of 60,000. Debtor is a current asset. Debtors are current assets. Debtors We have 60,000 worth of debtors. Then we have to deduct this 2,000 from debtors. Then we deduct 2,000 from debtors. Then we can get the net value of debtors as 58,000. Understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. Note this double entry. This one is the double entry. This one is the double entry. This one is the statement entries. Right. Hurry up. ඉක්මන් කරන්න. වැඩි වෙලා ගන්න එපා. විනාඩි දෙකකට දාගන්න ටින් ගාලා දාන්න. Right. මයික් එක ක්ලියර් නැත්තම් කියන්න පුතාලා. අනිත් මයික් එකට යමු අපි. Right, ළමයි finish ඉවරයිද? හරියට. පුතාලා එක්කම චුට්ටක් කියන්න ඕන. ඔන්න අපි second term එකේ seminar ටික seminar series එක අපි ආයි start කරනවා. second term test එක target කරගෙන right ඔයාලට මම ගිය අවුරුද්දේ ඉඳලම seminars දාලා තිබ්බේ Sunday නේ. Sunday 1 to 4 grade 11 එක. ඔච්චර අපි grade 10 නේ. ඔච්චර grade 11 දැන්නේ. හරි. 1 to 4 ඉතින් ඔයාලට 1 to 4 හැමෝටම පුළුවන්ද? Same time seminar එකට join වෙන්න. So because I hope to conduct 3 days, 3 seminars. Seminar 3ක් conduct කරන්න හිතන් ඉන්නවා. If you're okay on Sunday 1 to 4, then it will be okay for us. Okay for me to confirm it, right? Right. First of all, I have to ask from you because I need your feedbacks to confirm the dates. Then I hope to conduct seminar on 6th, 13th as well as 20th. 6 13 20. I hope you have exams on 21st නේ. 21st exam තියෙන දවස් ටික චුට්ටක් කොහොමද දාගෙන වැඩේ කරගෙන යන අතරතුර. වැඩේ කරගෙන යන අතරතුර කොහොමද දාගෙන යන. exam තියෙන දවස් ටික හැමෝම දාන්න. 21 last week of next month. How many days we need to conduct seminars? I hope to conduct 3 seminars, 3 days, right? For grade 11 as well as 3 days for grade 10, 27th, 21st. right එහෙනම් අපි මම පෝල් එකකුත් දාන්න right ඔයාලට වෝට් කරන පෝල් එකකුත් දාන්න අපි ඒ ටික දාලා අපි වැඩේ ලෑස්ති වෙමු right එහෙම වුණොත් 6 වෙනිදා ඉඳලා පටන් ගමු ඒ දවස් තුන ආයි සුපිරි සෙමිනාර් තුනක් ගහමු right වැඩේ මතක් කරගන්න සෙකන්ඩ් ටර්ම් එක ටික හරි මතක් කරලා වැඩේ කරගන්න right හරි ඉවරයිද ළමයි මේක ඉවරයිද tell me if you're finished right බැරි කවුරුත් නැහැ නේ එතකොට මම සන්ඩේ නේ මම දාන්න group එකට ඉන්නකෝ හරි මේක ඉක්මනට ඉවර ගන්න පුතේ හරියම් ඉවරයිද හරිද පුතාලා ඉවරයිද
Yes, sir.
right okay then I think you have an idea about this this is very easy and then I will give you another question මම මෙහෙම දෙනවා debtors 55,000 here bad debts 15,000 මෙතන මම කියනවා 5,000 try එකක් දෙන්න බලන්න give it a try කොහොමද මේක කරන්නේ try එකක් දෙන්න මෙහෙම આવොත් කොහොමද කොහොමද එන්නේ විනාඩියක් දෙන්නම් try කරන්න පුළුවන් කවුරු හරි ඉන්නවනම් ඉන්නම් කරන්න right? Karamuda, Balam, right? So here we know in the trial balance means it is already done. Debtors 55,000 and bad debts 15,000. It means we have already deducted 15,000 as bad debts from debtors. It means before this bad debt, debtors were 70,000. So we are preparing this for 1 year. Within that year, there are many times the management decide to consider some bad debts. Not only one time. අපි කපාරක් විතර නෙවෙයි bad debts කියලා debtors ළගෙන් අපි write off කරන්නේ. Sometimes අපි දෙතුන් පාරක් ගිහින් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. සමහරවිට startup of the within the first 3 months of the period we might decide bad debt, we deduct bad debts as 15,000. But when we come to the end of the year, we might decide, oh, that one is not enough. 15,000 is not enough. We have to add another 5,000 of bad debts because this 15,000 is not enough. So then there are several times we can deduct some amounts from debtors as bad debts, right? So in this year, we have deducted already the bad debts as bad debts 15,000, right? Already deducted means before this bad debt 15,000, there were 70,000 debtors. There were 70,000 debtors. So after this 15,000 bad debt, the debtors are 55,000, right? So now we have an idea about this. We have already done. And yet again, at the end of the year, they are saying we have to write off another 5,000 as bad debts, right? So then yet again another 5,000. Then how we record this, right? So we already know the double entries: bad debts debit, bad debt expense debit. On the other hand, debtor decreasing credit. Bad debt expenses, how much in this whole year? Bad debt is an expense, distribution expense. Under distribution expense, we can record as bad debts. How much for the complete year? We have all. Yes, Puta, tell me.
30,000?
20,000.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are correct. Because we have already deducted 15,000 and yet again we have to deduct another 20,000. Then the total bad debts of the relevant year, 20,000. But in this 20,000, we have already deducted 15,000 from debtors. And after the deduction of this 15,000, the balance of debtors are 55,000. Debtors are current assets. So under debtors, after deducting this 15,000, then balance of debtors are 55,000. Then yet again, we have to deduct only this 5,000 from debtors. Only this 5,000 from debtors. When we deduct this 5,000, net value is 50,000. We are not deducting this 15,000 from debtors because it is already deducted from debtors, right? Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Right? Okay, this is how we record this kind of thing, right? If they give you without this only debtors and if they give you like this, then you know that directly you can consider this as the debts like before, and directly you can record debtors here and directly deduct this from here. But if they have mentioned another bad debt in the trial balance, it means we have already deducted from debtors as well as we have remaining bad debt. It means then we have to take the total bad debt of the year. The bad debt which we have done before, then the bad debt which we have to do now. Then both all together, the total bad debts are 15,000 plus 5,000. 20,000. But in this 20,000, we have already deducted this 15,000 from debtors. Then we have to deduct only this 5,000 from debtors. That's why we deduct this 5,000 from that 55,000 of debtors. Then we can take the net value of bad debts. Right? Oh, right. Okay. Then I will give you make a dagan. Right. So now today I'm going to start a new lesson, right? The 7th lesson. So we have already done, now we have completed the 5th lesson also. Now we have to do only only 3 more lessons, 6, 7, 8. Today I start the 7th lesson. We are skipping 6th lesson for now. And after the 7th lesson, we can do the 6th lesson, right? It takes only 1 day for 6th lesson, 1 day for 7th lesson, and 1 day for 8th lesson. So today I hope to do the 7th lesson, right? Okay, hurry up, finish me. Right, I'll give you another question. මේක නැති දැන් දේශී දන්නවනේ වැඩි. Are you okay with this? Do you want me to give you another question? Or we can go to the next lesson? How? Give me your feedbacks. That's okay. Others? Okay. Is it okay if we go for the next lesson? Right. Okay. Then I will give you some homeworks, right? I will give you some homeworks. Please do it. And send me someone, send someone. Yes, I received from someone. There are some are not sent, right? So please send me. Now, then වැඩ කරන වෙලාව ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන හැමෝටම හරි. Time හොඳටම ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන, right? Okay. Write down the topic. Lesson 7, the statement of production cost. The statement of production cost. Seventh lesson. Right. මේක මම වෙනම ඔයාලට exam එකට කලින් ඔයාලට මම seminar එකක් කළා. I hope to conduct another paper class for you, right? So please try to join with it. Statement of production right. So production cost statement. This is just a statement of calculating the cost of production, right? Statement of calculating the cost of production. So normally production cost QM. So when we say as production cost, we know like there's a cost of production. It means we are talking about a business which we are producing goods. We have to calculate the cost of production means we are producing some goods. We are conducting a goods manufacturing business. So in this goods manufacturing business, we are going to calculate the cost of production, right? So we can't calculate the production cost of trade business. We are buying and selling something. There's nothing to calculate the cost of production. There's no production. There are no production for buying and selling. As well as providing services. Service providing businesses also no production cost because we are not producing anything. We are providing a service, right? So here you have to clearly identify we are preparing this statement for only goods manufacturing businesses, right? So Up to now, since now, we are discussing about goods manufacturing businesses, right? Okay. Then production cost. The production cost means the cost which we have to bear for a production for a certain product. Let's consider about a cloth, this shirt, about a shirt, right? For a shirt, we have to bear a cost. We have to bear a cost for materials, for labor, for other facilities, kind of things. So in this statement, we are calculating the total cost which we have to bear for production, right? So before we calculate this total production cost, we are doing one thing. So always for each and every processes, the easiest thing is if we can divide the processes into pieces, then it is very easy. Okay? If we can evaluate, if we can divide things into a few divisions, few pieces, few parts, then it will be easy for us. So like this, so likewise, we can divide production cost into two. Production cost, we can divide into two. Direct production, direct cost. Another one, indirect cost. One is direct cost, another one is indirect cost. And for this direct cost, we can call as primary cost or prime cost. Both name also we can use for direct cost. If you see somewhere as primary cost or prime cost or direct cost, then this is direct cost. All three are same. And for indirect cost also, we are considering it as overhead cost. If you see somewhere as overhead cost, then that is indirect cost, right? So production cost mainly divided into two. What are those? Direct cost and indirect cost, or primary cost or prime cost and overhead cost. Then yet again, we can divide direct cost into three. One for direct material, another one for direct labor, another one for direct other. And indirect cost also we can divide into three. Indirect material, indirect labor, indirect other. It's very easy, right? Production cost we can divide into two. Direct cost, indirect cost, or prime cost, primary cost, or overhead cost. Then yet again, direct cost we can divide into three: direct material, direct labor, direct other. Or in the indirect cost also we can divide into three: indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect other. Right? Okay. Draw this. Hurry up. විනාඩියට ඉතුරු ටික කරගෙන යන්න ඉක්මන් කරන්න.
Done, sir.
Right. Okay. Then let's learn about these six. So if you can identify these six accurately, if you can filter these six accurately, then there's nothing in this lesson. That's it. All right. Okay then. Direct material, right? I'll explain you with examples, right? So mainly direct cost means the cost which we can estimate accurately, which we can estimate properly, which we can estimate fixedly, right? Kind of definition we can consider for direct cost, right? Like this. Let's say we are doing a garment. So we got a new order for 100 shirts, right? For each and every shirt, we need 1 meter for one shirt. Let's consider like this, right? Let's consider like this. We need 1 meter for one shirt. Then how many meters we need for 100 shirts? It's very easy. We know 100 meters, right? 100 meters. Let's say 1 meter is 100. Then for 100 meters, it's 10,000. Right? The materials which we need for shirt, right? Then not only that, we need wool also. Né? There are some wool cones. Wool cones. So can you accurately calculate how per shirt we need this length of wool? Can you accurately measure? For each and every shirt, we need this. Can you accurately measure? No, it might depends. It might variable. We can't fixedly estimate. We can't fixedly measure this. So we have to get a rough idea about this. Then we can't clearly say the cost of wool for one shirt, but we can clearly estimate the cost of fabrics for one shirt. 1 meter. Clearly we can say. But for wool we can't say. Then if we can clearly say something, if we can clearly say some cost of a good, then it is a direct cost. Then fabrics are direct. 10,000 fabrics for 100 shirts. Right? Direct cost. But for wool, let's say we roughly estimate this 10 wool cones are enough. Then we take, let's say one wool cone is 20 rupees. Then 10 wool cone are wools like 200, right? Like this, right? So this one is an indirect material because we can't clearly identify the accurate cost of a quantity of a unit. Yes, right. And give me another material for direct co-Indian. It directly affects. For a shirt, we need buttons. So when we buy buttons, let's say for this one, we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 buttons in my shirt. So it means for 100 shirt, it needs only 700 buttons. But when we buy buttons, we are we only buying 700 buttons? We can estimate, but are we only buying only 700 buttons? So we are buying a button bag or button pack or something. Usually, we are buying a button pack or kind of a thing. We are not buying the estimated one. We are buying always. We are trying to buy more than required, more than required. So, and we are not considering about the quantity of buttons much like fabric. Ne? For fabric, we are mainly considering the cost. But for buttons, we are not considering that much. Why? Because it doesn't take much cost. So we estimate we know, right, we need 700 buttons, but we bring sometimes 710, 720, like kind of things. We are not considering about that much. So that kind of thing also, we are not directly considering, accurately thinking about the cost. Eh? We roughly take the estimation about the cost. For that one also, indirect cost. Buttons. Let's say for button 700. Button is, let's say, 1 rupee, then 700 rupee, like this. Right. This is how we divide, how we separate direct materials and indirect materials. Direct materials means the materials which we are considering directly for the production, and the cost, mainly the cost we are directly considering. We are mainly considering about the product of the product. For like the things like buttons and bolts, we are not mainly considering because their cost is very low. We are not considering one by one. But when we purchase fabric, we are trying to reduce the cost. We are trying to reduce the waste. So we always try to reduce the waste. We always try to get the required fit quantity, not more than the quantity, not less than the quantity. We are always trying to fulfill the required quantity, required fit quantity, not more than or less than. But for buttons, we doesn't matter. We take more than the required quantity. For wool also, we take more than the required quantity. We are not considering much about that kind of materials because it does not directly affect him for the cost of good. There's an effect, but very few, very small, right? And let's say we are producing this shirt for Sri Lankan cricket team. Right? We are producing this shirt for Sri Lankan cricket team, right? So they ask us to make a badge, new badge. Let's say for that badge, for one badge, it costs 20 rupees. Then for 100 badges, it takes 2000 rupees. 2000. So we know, right? For each and every shirt, we need one badge. For each and every shirt, we need 20 rupees for the badge. Each and every 100 shirts, we need 2000. Then we can correctly estimate the cost. Then for each 2000 for the badges. Like kind of thing. Yes. I think you have an idea about this. This is how we identify. This is how we estimate. And this is how affect for the cost of the good. It is directly affecting for the good, the cost of the good. Right? Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Right. I will give you another example. I will give you another example. A book. So let's say Sir Martin Wickramasinghe. Sir Martin Wickramasinghe wrote Gamperaliya. I don't know whether you know this or not, but in our stage, it is very famous. It was very famous. Not only our season, for your parents also. In their seasons also, was very famous, right? Gamperaliya, right? So let's say Godage publishers decided to print 100 Gamperaliya books, right? So what are the main things they need for this? What are the main things? What are the main things? Sorry, I can't hear you.
Papers.
Papers, very good. What else?
Printing colors.
Printing colors, ink, right? Mainly both, right? So when you see the product, you can see we need this. Mainly we need papers and we need inks, right? Without ink, it is not a book. It is a book, but a blank book. Ne? As a printed book, we need both ink and papers. So directly both the papers and inks affect for the production, for the product. Ne? So then directly the paper means it is a direct cost. Let's say there are 500 pages in the book. It means we need 500 pages for each and every book. And to print this, we need 100 milliliters ink to print in the wall 500 pages. Then we know, right, this much of ink we need for this. Right? We can directly say. But how about staplers? So we staplers and we take wools to connect papers. So when we buy stapler pins, are we considering the amount? All right, per book we need 6 stapler pins, and for 500 books we need like kind of thing. We are roughly considering, all right, we need like 12, we need like 2000 pins. So let's buy two of 1000 packs, two box of 1000 pins. Roughly we consider the staplers. Then ink and papers are direct material, but that stapler we bought is an indirect material, right? This is how we separate direct material and indirect material, right? For packing also, we can, let's say for a packing, for a shirt or for any kind of product, we need a packing, right? For that packing also it take a cost, right? But it depends. For sometimes that packing goes to direct material, because for each and every product we need this. Let's say this. Let's say this. This is the packing of my laptop. This Dell one, right? Okay, no, right? So we need packings for each and every laptop. So it takes a cost. Then we can cost it as, right, for one packing we need 100 rupees. Then we have to add that 100 rupees to the cost of the production of the product. Why? Because it directly affect for the businesses. It directly increase the cost of the good. For this kind of packing, there are some few packings. Shopping kali wala dalena packing name lokota calculate karana bෑනේ. Podi packing wage තියෙනේවා. Sometimes we can't consider එකපාර අර grocery bag 50 කිතර ගෙනෝ pack කරගෙන යනවා ගානක් සත ගණන් ගන්නෙත් නැහැ. අන්න ඒ වගේවා that kind of a packing we consider as indirect material. For ink also same. Then for here in this book, we consider ink as the direct, because we know for one book we need this accurately. Sometimes ink is not directly involving for some products. So that in this scenario, we have to take it as indirect material. So always we have to identify the objective of that product, objective of the production, as well as objective of the cost line of the product. So how the producers think about the cost of the product, how the producers estimate the cost of the product. So when the Dell company sell a laptop, they are considering the packing of the product also, because it takes a cost. It takes not a big cost, but compared with the other packings, they are providing a good packing. So for that kind of a packing, they need to bear a reasonable, how to say, effective cost, right? Okay, then next, labor one is very easy, right? Direct labor means only the producer's salary or producer's charges. As an example, for this shirt, the operator's salary, mahana kattiyage salary. So there are so many employees. There are some many employees in a factory. As an example, there are operators who uh, the shirts. There are some supervisors, there are some managers, there are some accountants, some security, some drivers, kind of things, kind of people, kind of employees are in a factory. So usually we are manufacturing in a factory or somewhere, right? So then direct labor means the people, the employees who are directly involved in the production, the people who are producing the product. Who are producing, who are making this shirt? The operators, ne? So then they are the only direct labor. All the others, even supervisor also indirect. They are not producing, they are only, supervisors are only taking care of the production line. They are checking the production line. Managers also doing the same. Accountants are the one who do the calculations. Security is for security, driver for transportation, not for production. So all the other employees goes to indirect labor. Only the producer comes with direct labor. Their salary, their charges are the direct labor, right? Sometimes their salary are paid monthly. Sometimes their salary paid in quantity. Right? Per one shirt, we give you 100 rupees like this. Right? Kind of things, right? It depends. For the book which we discussed, Martin Vikrama Singha sirs, who are the direct labors? Direct labors. Who are the direct labors? Who are the direct laborers? The people, sorry?
The book producers.
Yes, book producer. The people who are working in the press. The people who are the employees who are working in the press. Press එකේ වැඩ කරන ඇතුලේ printing කරන එක කට්ටියනේ. People who print the books. Yes, very good. People who print the books. They are the direct laborers. All the are indirect laborers. The managers, accountants, helpers, then supervisors. All the others are tea boys, tea makers. All the others are indirect labor, right? So I think you have an idea. So this one is very easy, right? Then direct other, right? Direct other. So I don't know whether you know this or not. As a book, let's say you wrote a book. You buddies wrote a book. You wrote a book, and you decided to publish it, right? So one of publishers saw your script, and they were impressed with your book, and they decided to print your book. And then they came to you and asked, sir or ma'am, we saw the book which you wrote, and we were impressed about your book, and we decided to print your book under our publication. So are you okay? Sir, madam, are you okay if we print this කියලා අහනෝනේ? Then there's a cost called royalty. There's a payment called royalty. Royalty means the payment for the author. Now you are the author. You are the one who wrote the book. You are the author. So then you can say them, okay, it's okay, no problem. But 10% of the cost, 10% of the book need as my royalty, as my payment. I need 10% for each and every book. I can print කරන පොතක් ගානේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? එයාට ගානක් දෙන්න ඕන. අපි හිතමු the book cost 1000. Book cost 1000. The author says, I need 100 per one book. Then it is directly involved into the book. Ne? Let's say to produce for direct material, direct labor, indirect material, indirect labor, indirect other, all the things take 1,000 rupee. Right? And you are saying, I need 100 for my charges as my royalty. Then they have to directly increase another 100 as your charges for the book. Why? Because it is directly affecting for the cost of the book. For each and every book, they have to pay 100 to you. So it is a direct cost. Directly, we can estimate. මේක ලියපු එකාට මාටින්ට දෙන්න ඕන පොතකට 100 ගානේ. ඒක හදන හැම වෙලාවෙම මතක් වෙනවා මාටින් කාර්යයට දෙන්න එපා 100 ගානේ. හැම පොතකේ මේකත් දාන්න ඕනේ නේද කියලා නේ. දානවා. Directly it effect නේ. Then these kind of charges we can consider as direct other. Most of the time, the owner's payments, owner's charges like royalties, we can consider as the direct other. Give me some more examples for this. Direct other. Give me some more examples, Just think about it. What are the direct others like this? Tell me about the product as well as the payment. Tell me. The payments the things Any idea? For garments, for shirt. Let's say the shirt which we made before. Let's say they have made a new design. This was introduced by a fashion designer called Lahiru or John, Mukekari. A fashion designer introduced that design. And he introduced his design to mass, our factory. Then we decided to produce it for the Sri Lankan cricket team. So the owner of design is that fashion designer. So he says, for each and every shirt, I need 200 rupees. Then we have to pay 200 rupees per each and every shirt to the fashion designer. So it directly affects him for the cost. So when we produce one shirt, designer we have to reserve for the owner of the designer. Owner of the design. This fashion designer. Give me another example. Yeah, there is a very famous example. I think. We giving for rice, which farmer distribute to shop. Farmers, they are producing. Farmers are the one who produce the good. Farmers are the one who produce rice. They are the producers. යාලා හදලා දෙන්නේ. ඒක කිලෝ ගානට දෙන්නේ. ඒ ඇරෙන්න වෙනම ගානක් අපි දෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ farmers කට නේ. දෙන්නේ නැහැ. Very easy. පට්ට lazy example එකක් තියෙනවා. Have you heard about the payment? Sorry, not payment. I mean, patent. Do you know about patent? Patent license, patent balapatra කියලා කියන්නේ for new products. Let's say you invented a new medicine. You invented a new medicine for dengue. Dengue ne? In English we call as dengue, right? In Sinhala we call as dengue, right? You invented a new medicine for dengue or dengue, whatever, right? Then you are the owner. So you apply for the patent for that product, for the medicine. Then let's say you own the patent for dengue fever medicine, right? Then there are some medicine producers in the world. They need to produce your product, but they are not allowed Why? Because they need to get your permission to produce that product because you are the owner of that product. So then let's say a company, Indian or Bangladesh or UK or companies came to you and asked you to get the permission for the product. So is it okay if we produce your new product and launch it to the market? You say, yes, no problem, you can. But for each and every tablet, if it is, let's say, if it is a tablet or tablet, then for each and every tablet, I need 10 rupees. Then they need some materials, some they need some materials, labors, and all other things, and extra payment of your patent. Extra patent payment they have to pay for each and every tablet. හැම tablet එකකින්ම ගානක් වාට එනවා. If it is a vaccine, for each and every vaccine you receive an amount. Then if they agree to give you that certain amount, then they can produce. Then they can, you both parties can come with an agreement and do the same. So that kind of things are directly affecting for the cost of that product. So that kind of expenses, that kind of cost, we can consider as direct other. Mainly the ownerships, the owner's payments of the product, we can consider as direct other, like royalties for books, fashion designers charges for design, the patent license payments for the patent holder, kind of things we can consider as direct other. Right? Now we know direct material, indirect material, direct labor, indirect labor, direct other. Now indirect other means all the others we can consider as indirect other. Like let's say in the factory there are other expenses: factory rent, factory electricity, factory gas, the other facilities, factory insurance. If there are some repairs in the factory, repairs for machines, repairs for the buildings, machine depreciation, building depreciation, kind of the services, kind of related things, all those we can consider as indirect other. And if we think about the machine parts, we have to replace machine parts. For a garment, we have to replace some needles, some motors, some machine parts. That kind of things we can consider as indirect material. The oil which we have to change for the machines, we can consider as indirect material. All the materials are direct or indirect, must be direct or indirect, right? You know indirect things. All the others are indirect materials, right? The production related other goods, other parts, and the related materials we can consider as indirect materials. And indirect other means all the other expenses of that kind of services: rent, electricity, rates, taxes, other taxes, insurance, depreciation, transportation, or whatever kind of things we can consider as direct other, right? Understood, all of you?
Yes.
Right. So that's it. In this lesson, we just need to know only this, right? Then now I will share you the tute. Wait. Will share you the tute. WhatsApp also I will share right now, right? right? In this tute, 7 and 8 both lessons are included. In the page number 4, you can see the format of production cost statement, right? So write down the format. මේ format එක ඇඳගන්න ටක් ගාලා in the 4th page. උඩින්ම තියෙන එක ඇඳ ගන්නකො. ටක් ගාලා ඇඳගන්න. Right. මං කරන්නේ ටක් ගාලා statement එක ඇඳගන්න. Draw the statement. හරියට. Right. මං කරන්නේ මං කරන්නේ yes, you should draw only the first table පුතා in the 4th page. මං කරන්නේ 4th page. Right. And Putala, I have sent you some activities. What page? You have to draw fourth page. හතරවෙනි page එකේ තියෙනවා පුතා format එක, right? ඒත් එක මම ඔයාලට තව එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා මේ activities වගේ. ඒකේ first question එක කරන්න බලන්න. Try to do it in your own. තනියම කරන්න බලන්න. I'll give you 5 minutes විනාඩි 5ක් දෙන්න. තනියම try එකක් දෙන්න කරන්න. ඊට පස්සේ මම කරනවා, right? බය වෙන්න එපා. මම කරනවා. මේ මුලින් ඔයාලා try එකක් දෙන්න. මම කරන්න.
මේ මොනද බොක්ස් එක
Right, Putala, finish. පළවෙනි එක කරමුද? I will help you, right, for the first question. Right, let's discuss the first question, right? You are provided with the following cost of information for March 2019 for a tile manufacturing company, right? First one, purchase of raw material. Raw material කියන්නේ මොකද්ද? Direct material, raw material, right? Then raw material, how much? 300,000. 300,000. Next one, other direct costs. They have clearly mentioned as other direct costs. Then it means direct other direct cost. How much? 50,000. Production salary. Production salary mean direct labor. Production salary. This question is very easy, right? To identify this. Production salary 40,000. Next one, security salary. Security salary means indirect labor. Security salary 20,000. Supervisor salary, that one also indirect. Supervisor's salary 50,000. Machine depreciation, direct other, indirect other. Depreciation 10,000. Factory electricity, that one also indirect other. 12,000. Factory insurance 8,000. That one also indirect other. Then maintenance expenses of the plant. Maintenance also indirect other. Maintenance expenses 20,000. Right? This is how we record this. We divide these. Then in this question, they are asking primary cost and overhead cost first. Then first of all, we are going to calculate the primary cost. How much is the primary cost? We can take the primary cost here. 390,000 primary cost. Then overhead cost we can take here. 50, 70, 80, 92, 100, 120,000. 120,000. Then they are asking total cost of production. The total cost of production means the total combination of both these. Clear? 510,000 rupees, the total production, right? Then selling price per unit. Now we know the total production, and then they are asking the selling price. Before the selling price, they have mentioned some details. 10,000 tiles were produced during the month. It means the total production cost is 510,000. 510,000. In this 510,000, we have produced 10,000 tiles. Cost divided by the quantity of goods. Quantity. Then we can take when we deduct cost, when we divide quantity, then we can take the unit cost. The unit cost 51 for unit cost. Total cost taking total cost divided by the quantity. Total cost divided by the quantity, then we can take the unit cost. Right? Then they are saying it has been decided to maintain a 10% profit margin per tile. Then this is the unit cost. Then they are saying they are maintaining 10% profit margin. 10% profit margin per unit means then profit profit means the cost is 51 out of 10%. This is the one. Then profit margin is 5.1. Then they are asking the selling price per unit. Selling price, now we know the unit cost per unit, and we know the profit per unit. Then selling price mean cost plus profit is the selling price. Selling price, cost plus profit is the selling price. Cost is 51 per unit. Cost unit profit means 5.1. Then altogether 56.1 the selling price. This is the mathematical part, right? Not commerce. This is not commerce. This is maths, right? Very easy, right? First of all, we identify all the sections, all the costs. Then we recorded all these here. Then we calculate the primary cost, then overhead cost, then got the total cost. Then they are asking the selling price. To take the selling price, first of all, we have to identify the unit cost. This is the total cost. When we divided by the quantity of goods, the unit divided by the units, then we can take the unit cost. Then they have mentioned they are maintaining 10% profit margin. Then we have to calculate the 10% from the cost. The unit cost is 51. Then profit margin is 10%. Then 10% of 51 is 5.1 is the profit margin. Then selling price means cost plus the unit cost plus unit profit margin. Unit cost is 51, profit margin 5.1, altogether 56.1 we can consider as the selling price. Right? Understood, all of you? Namai, understood?
Yes, sir.
Right, others, please everyone talk to me or send a message whether you understood or not. Hurry up, please mention. Understood. Others, hurry up, please. Yes, very good. Right, okay, then that's it. 7th lesson over. You are right. Right? And you have four more questions to do as homework. Please do that questions and please send it to me. Those questions are very basic questions, so it's easy for you to identify and answer. I have given this to absorb these concepts to you. Then finally, I will give you some advanced questions for you, right? This lesson is very easy, so you can very easily answer for these lesson questions, right? And I will give you advanced questions in the future, right? So this lesson belongs to the 3rd term, so you don't need to worry about this for this term. So you just need to absorb these concepts and the theories and the scenarios here, right? Then continue this thing, right? Okay, then I hope all of you understood. So many of you have sent me message that you understood. Okay, I'm very happy. So now we have completed 6 lessons. We have to do, we have remaining 2 more lessons. Next week, we hope to do the 6th lesson and complete it. And after the week, we hope to complete the total syllabus. Then our syllabus will be completed as I promised you before 6 months. Then we are starting our revision program. In the revision, we are revising the total lessons from A to Z. All the 20 lessons we are discussing, as well as we are discussing the papers, the questions regarding all the lessons. And we hope to, not hope, we are doing, right? We are conducting a seminar series for you as well. For that also you can join. I will let you know about this. So before for all of these, we have to get ready for the second term test. So for that, I have prepared, I have organized, planned a seminar series for the, I have sent you some polls for date confirmation. So please vote for the polls. Then it will be helpful for me to fix the dates and prepare for it, right? Okay, then this lesson is over. So please do the activity questions and please send it to me. And hope to see you next week. Okay, till then, good night. Have a nice day. Thank you, all of you.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.